Hi and welcome. Today we'll be learning about how to subtract fractions from each other. In this video, we will be showing the following formula, and then we'll be showing the questions versus formula part. We'll be having two demonstrations throughout this video, just for the same thing here, so stay tuned. Now this formula shows here at the first step, a over b minus c over d equals AD over BD minus CB over DB, which means that both denominators will have to be multiplied by the opposite denominators. And the same will apply for the denominators as well. So that will lead to the final part, which is AD minus CB over BD, which is the value of the answer of A over B minus C over D. So now we are going to the questions versus formula part so that you can get a better idea of how this works. So this is the question versus formula part. On the left will be the numeric example, 4 over 5 minus 7 over 10. And on the right will be the formula demonstration, starting with A over B minus C over D. And we'll be going step by step towards the answer. So let's go through it now. To begin with, we will be multiplying A and C by their opposite denominators so that we can go to the second step, which is A over D divided by B over D minus B over C minus B over D. The denominators must be the same, which I'm going to do here on the left to demonstrate this for you. Now, if you look at 4 over 5, the denominator is 5. We can multiply this by 2 to get the same denominator, which is 10. But when you multiply 5 by 2, you also have to do the same thing here at 4, which should be also multiplied by 2. Then we should get 4 times 2 equals 8, and 5 times 2 should be 10. So now let's write the denominators with 8, and the second one will be 7. Now before we get to the next step, I just want to show you what we can see here is that 10 is equal to BD, and it's proven that the formula is correct because the denominators are the same, which is 10 only. So we're going to the next step, AD minus BC over BD. So we write it like this. And we'll be doing the same with the other side. Now I'll write it here. The denominator is the same here as BD, so you just put one denominator there because they are the same. Let's put denominators in brackets. 8 minus 7. So you can subtract that at the top, at the denominator that is, and your answer should be 1. So after subtracting the denominators, you should find yourself with the final answer here, which is 1 over 10, and that is equivalent to AD minus BC over BD. But when the denominators are exactly the same from the beginning, all you have to do is put the whole fraction together. No need to multiply one side for the other to get A minus B over C, and finally you have yourself the answer. So we'll be going again with the question versus formula here with 3 over 7 minus 2 over 7. So the first step is going to be done at the formula part to turn this first step into a whole fraction, which I'm going to do right now. So the denominator is just going to be C, and the denominator is going to be A minus B. So I'll be going to the question side here, and I'll put 7 as the denominator, and put these two numbers, 3 and 2, 3 minus 2, inside the bracket. Then I'll put the brackets here for A and B just to follow up, to go along. Then by now you should see that 7 and C have not changed, and you can go to the top here and find that 3 minus 2 and A minus B are going along the same way. They are very similar. So to put this in the next step in the formula section, the answer is going to be A minus B over C, but for the number side, the question, it'll be showing here 1 over 7 because 3 minus 3 is equal to 1. So I'm going to take that and put it here. This is our answer. This should be correct.